Let's get live, and welcome in Warriors for another fabulous Friday, getting live here with the Warrior Center. Today we have another special guest with us here today to talk about everything student services. So today we are sitting with Career and Professional Development. I will give Miss Amanda an opportunity to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Amanda Chewning. I'm the coordinator in Career and Professional Development.
Well, welcome in.
Thanks.
Thank you for sitting with us today to explore all of the various options and student services that we have here on campus.
Excited.
Great. So we've introduced yourself. So can we start by, let's let the students know where they can find you.
We are in Warrior Hall, Suite 110. You can also find us online through Handshake.
I'm glad you brought that up. We're going to circle back to that one later. All right, so can you talk to us about what you believe are your most popular services? What are some of the things that students use the most?
Definitely professional document review. So that's our fancy term for getting your resume looked at, your cover letter, CV, anything that you would be sending to a job application or maybe an internship application. We also do a lot of career exploration, so maybe that's helping you decide what you would like to do.
Oh, that is very cool. Can you elaborate a little bit on career exploration? Because I'm sure that a lot of our students out there will be interested just to kind of help pinpoint. We have some students that come in that may not know exactly what they want to do. So what is that like?
Yeah, so we have a couple different options for doing career exploration. So it all starts out with just a conversation with us one-on-one to kind of gauge what your interests are, where we're at in our process. Maybe I want to do something in this field, but I don't know what. Maybe you're really like, I don't like what I'm doing now, and I don't know what I want to do. So we offer things like assessments that students can take that'll kind of gauge their interest, maybe some of their personal strengths, to kind of give them some direction. And then we also have a lot of materials with different careers and strategies to kind of start looking for those options.
Okay, that is very cool. That's something that I feel like a lot of students should invest in. And you said that's one of the most used services.
It is. It's not one that people know about. They come in maybe saying, I need help finding a job, but really they're not sure what job they want.
Right.
So it kind of turns into career exploration.
So it just comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. So is that something, that's something that students will come in and talk to you about. How about our online population? Is that something that they're able to use? And what are some other services that our online students can get involved in?
So all of our services are also available to online students. We don't have anything that you would not be able to do online except the career closet that you would need to come in to be able to pick up the items or try them on. But anything else we can do virtually via email or through Handshake. It's operated just like Zoom, so you would log into a virtual meeting. We still meet face to face through the screen.
That makes sense.
To talk about career exploration. We can even do virtual mock interviews, talk about a document. A lot of times I share my screen. We go through it side by side and make edits as we go. But a lot of times career services and professional development starts with just a conversation. Talking about what your goals are, what the student wants, what they're trying to do, what their problem is. And then we kind of go from there and we personalize what we're going to do from that initial conversation.
Okay, that makes sense. So they come in and they just tell you what they want and you tell them how to get there.
Yep, exactly.
We wrap that up. Okay, so let's talk about our last career fair. It was an amazing turnout. Of course, we were there. Can you talk to us a little bit about how that event went and what are some of the major takeaways for our students for career fair?
Yeah, so we have decided to kind of dedicate our time as well as students' time in having just a more broad career fair rather than silo them into specific majors or industries. So we had over 20 employers from all industries, public,
FBI.
public, private, finance, business, criminal justice, government, everything in between, and was really successful. We usually try to keep it to about 2 hours. A lot of interactions. The employers really enjoyed it. We got a lot of good feedback from students. So I think having it listed as this is open to everyone lets people see maybe you haven't considered this before. Maybe you are interested in IT and you're thinking you have to go work for a tech firm or a tech company, but really a government agency would hire you too and still pay you well.
Right.
And so getting students involved or exposed to those maybe non-conventional career paths.
I think that is very interesting, and I love you guys' approach when it comes to that, because I think one thing that we negate a lot is that when you go into a specific industry, more times than not, that specific job is represented. There's a facet of it in a lot of different industries. So I like that approach. Very interesting. Okay, good to know. All right, so let's talk a little bit about your next opportunity. So what do you have coming up that students may be able to get involved in? I hope you guys came out to the career fair. If you didn't, you missed out, because we're here in college trying to further our education so that we can go into these various industries. So I really want you guys to make sure that you're taking advantage of all these great opportunities. And so what is the next one that you guys have coming up?
Yeah, so for the spring, we're really excited. We're bringing back the employer spotlights.
Okay.
So if students aren't familiar with that, what that is instead of a large event with multiple employers, there will be a single employer on campus. And we're kind of personalizing it specifically to that employer.
Okay.
So each one will kind of be doing their own thing. But maybe if the career fair or a networking event was a little intimidating, or maybe it didn't work for your schedule, with these we'll be able to give ample notice of who it is, when it is, and can kind of plan ahead, and cannot be in that maybe intimidating atmosphere of a career fair. It's more of that one-on-one. So we believe we're having 6 of them throughout the semester, and we'll be featuring a lot of employers that were also at the hiring event, but even some that weren't.
Okay.
And we're trying to hit all industries, and we'll be highlighting jobs and stuff throughout the semester. So be on the lookout for that, and students can stop by.
Okay, and where can they find that information? So as you guys are advertising, can you give us like maybe the 2 hot spots where they'll be able to find who's coming and when?
Yeah, so number one place where you will find anything to do with our events is still going to be Handshake. We'll list them under events or fairs.
Okay.
That's also a great place to just find good virtual events, networking events, learning about particular companies. We also try to highlight those things on our social media as well as the TV screens around campus.
Okay, very, very good to know. All right, guys, so if you are not on Handshake, please go get your profile updated, get involved in what's going on. There's a lot of good information on there, everything from on-campus jobs to different industry jobs within the community, information about what we're doing here on campus. So please make sure you guys go and get plugged in on Handshake. We're gonna wrap this up a little bit. Can you talk to us a little bit about the importance of job preparation? So as a student who is getting ready to graduate, or even someone who is here just kind of matriculating through their process, preparing early prior to graduation, talk to us about the importance of that.
Yeah, so number one is just going to be, it's going to make the most of your time. When you do it a little bit at a time instead of waiting until the end and you're trying to cram it all, you're trying to remember everything you did, every job, every project that you want to feature on a resume or on a CV. It's best to just do that as you go, to periodically get those things updated and have them prepared, so that way when a random opportunity does pop up, your document's already ready. It's also good to just be thinking about career options throughout your time in college. So you can maybe tailor your projects, tailor your research to that field to make you more competitive later on. And it's never too early to start connecting with employers.
Right.
Never too early to start connecting with even staff, faculty here on campus, developing those transferable skills.
Right.
What I always say to students is everyone's going to leave here with a certain toolbox of skills and competencies from your degree, but what you do outside of that's what's going to set you apart for your specific path. So you've got to start building that toolbox for yourself, and we're a great place to start.
I like that. Very, very cool. All right, so last thing we're going to talk about before we wrap it up is for our graduates. So we know that graduation is next week. We have a lot of students graduating this year. What are some ways that our graduates can stay in touch and stay involved with career and professional development, or maybe even use some of the services that you guys offer?
Yeah, so alumni are still able to use our services after graduation. That is something unique that A&M Central Texas is able to provide. So students will still be able to go into Handshake, make appointments with us. If for some reason you're having trouble accessing Handshake, you can always email us, and we can get you an appointment in person and virtual, just like you when you were in classes. Best way to make sure that we can make that transition seamless from undergraduate to alumni within the Handshake system is to keep your information up to date in Handshake, or with us. Graduating seniors will be getting what we call an exit survey. The university sends it out at the end of every term to graduating seniors, and it will ask for your personal email. So once you lose access to your student email, and then that can be used to stay in touch with you via Handshake.
Good to know. Good to know. All right. So, well, we just want to take a moment to congratulate all of our graduating seniors. We hope that you guys will stay in touch with us. And as for our other warriors, you know where you can find her. This is Amanda, and you can find her in Warrior Hall. What's the suite again?
110.
110. So stop by for all of your career and professional development needs. We hope you have a wonderful Friday, and thank you for tuning in with us.